one of these concepts, it will likely make a huge difference in how you work with affirmations. It will change them from being simply something positive, some positive words that you say, to an actual tool that you can use for making changes that you want in your life. The other day, I was flipping through the beginning pages of my journal, which is what I always do as a part of my morning routine. I like to jot down all the things that I want to remind myself of to help me have a happy and productive day. So I do that in the beginning of my journal. So anyway, I came across the affirmations page, and I kind of slacked off a bit lately on doing any affirmations, but I do find them extremely helpful. So I had thought to myself that an affirmation, writing down an affirmation in my journal, would be a really great thing to do. And so as I began to read down through the list, I noticed that every one of the affirmations on the list for it is in the journal this time was one that I really needed and could benefit from using in my life right now. And honestly, this kind of surprised me, but it's true. And I'm wondering how many of them would be helpful to you too. So anyway, I shared a link to it in the description. So here is what I would like to share with you today. First, a few reasons why I believe that adding affirmations to your morning routine is really smart and a powerful way to start your day. I will also share with you 3 of my favorite ways to include affirmations in your morning routine. I'll share with you the reason why affirmations don't work for most people. And to do that, I'll be sharing with you a couple concepts from my Secret to Creating Affirmations course that I haven't shared publicly before. So before we dive in here, just a very quick introduction of myself in case you're new here. I am Julie Barlow. I'm the creator of the JMB Living Journals, and I'm the lead motivator in the Art of Intentional Living online community. And I'm just someone who truly believes that you have got what it takes to create an amazing, wildly fulfilling life for yourself. And that's why I share things that have helped me here on my channel in hopes that they can help you in the process as well. Okay, so I guess one more thing, if you think that that sounds really good to you, I'm just going to give you a little quick reminder right now to go ahead and hit that subscribe button below so that you'll be sure to catch all my future videos that might be helpful to you in the future as well. So let's go ahead and get started with why I think everyone should use affirmations as a part of their morning routine. Well, if they do nothing else for you, they obviously set a positive tone for your day, helping you start out with an optimistic mindset, and this can actually set the stage for a really good day for yourself in a multitude of ways. You are likely to start the day a bit happier, and you are likely to be a bit more motivated to do whatever it is that you want to do and accomplish in your day. You also are more likely to stay focused on what your intentions are for the day. And as a result of all of this, your day will more than likely flow with a little bit more ease, and you just might notice some opportunities that could help you reach your goals a bit faster. So with it only taking a few short minutes of your day and you get all these benefits, I mean, it's a no-brainer to give this a try, right? So right now there are several ways that I use affirmations that I would like to share with you. So I mentioned at the start of the video that I like to write affirmations down in my journal, and there's growing scientific evidence that supports that anytime you write something down by hand as opposed to typing it, that your brain is much more likely to remember it. your brain processes the incoming data in a different way. For one thing, it just gives a signal to the brain that this is important. Writing things down also increases the connectivity between different areas of your brain. And by doing that, it increases your retention as well. So the ones that I like to write down are the ones that I like to work with regularly. So some affirmations, you use them to bring about a change in how you're feeling or your emotions, such as I embody hope, or I feel radiant, alive, and happy. And I don't necessarily write these type down, as I'm using those in a moment of time just to change how I'm feeling right then. Yet you can also use affirmations for when you want to make something different in your life, or when you want to make changes, such as becoming really good at a skill, or if you want to attract a perfect partner, or if you want to improve your financial situation, for instance. So these type of affirmations should be specific to you and to your situation. So usually you're going to want to write your own for this, and you will likely need to use them for a period of time to help you acquire the skills that you need, as well as the confidence that you'll need to actually make them happen and become possible for you. So these in particular, like I said, they're really good to write those type down. Now, if you're new to writing down affirmations, you may want to check out this video where I talk about the do's and don'ts of making your own affirmations. It can also be helpful to write down affirmations when you're trying to change the way you feel about yourself. So an example of this kind of affirmation might be something like, I am worthy of love and respect, or I am excellent with managing my money and everything I touch turns to gold. You want to write this type down because usually when you're thinking about yourself a certain way that you want to change, you've programmed yourself for years probably to think this way about yourself. And so just saying an affirmation one time likely isn't going to be enough for you to be able to believe that. So these are ones that you'll probably like to work with over a period of time. So writing them down is one way that I like to use affirmations. I also commonly like to say affirmations while I'm on a walk or while I'm in the shower. Both of these are perfect places to do affirmations. In the shower, that hot water just relaxes you and it calms your body. And because you are receiving less outside stimulation, your attention can be more easily focused, and you can go inward a little bit more easily. And when you're doing an affirmation, you need to see how it lands when you say it. You want to really sense if you believe it or not, and you want to be able to feel this in your body as well as your mind. So you need to be able to focus on your internal perception. And we'll get to how you can do this, how you can go about really believing your affirmation here in a moment. When you're taking a walk, this is another activity that is typically really calming to the body. And that movement stimulates the brain, and that rhythmic quality of the activity can also help you to organize your thoughts and prevent you from really being distracted. So walking can also be, it can be a mood booster, which can be really helpful when you're making affirmations. I try to make affirmations about changing things in my life when I'm already in a really good mood. And sometimes that means making a couple of state feeling affirmations like I am confident or I feel happy before I do those type, because it can really help it make it easier to make the ones about making life changes, which can be a little bit more challenging to believe. It can make it easier when you're actually in a good mood when you're trying to make those. The other thing is This is one time when multitasking actually makes sense, because these are things that you are already doing and you don't have to set aside extra time to do your affirmations if you do them like when you're taking a walk or a shower or whatever. Now, if you're interested in more ways to use affirmations, I do share several different ways in my Secret to Creating Affirmations course. And since you're watching this video today, I will share with you a discount code so that you can access the course for just a discounted rate of $20. So I'll put that code in the description for you. Okay, now I promised you that I would also let you in on why affirmations don't work for most people. Well, this is because typically when you say an affirmation, your brain automatically pipes up with all the ways that this is not true or that it isn't possible. And if you leave it at that and you leave yourself thinking that way, basically it just reinforces the opposite of what you want in your life. So you need to find a way to get beyond the doubts. Well, how do you do this? To start with, you begin by paying attention to this brain chatter, if you will. You listen to what kinds of reasoning the brain is coming up with. And then you take a moment to figure out, how can you get beyond that? How can you possibly do something differently so that it makes it more plausible that this affirmation is true? So for instance, maybe you want to get a promotion at work and your affirmation is, I am a product manager of XYZ product. And maybe when you say your affirmation, your brain pipes up and says, this will never happen. Your boss doesn't have any confidence in you. And so at this point, you shift into problem solving mode and you ask yourself, well, what can I do to begin to shift the opinion of my boss? Perhaps that means that you get educated about something and then you bring up your ideas in a team meeting. Or maybe you volunteer for a particular task or a project and then you just knock it out of the park on how well it goes. So you keep going through this and you'll say your affirmation again and you'll listen for the doubts to come up and you'll go ahead and you'll do the same thing. And it may take several times and you may come up with some of the same ideas, and that's totally okay. You just keep going through it until you really believe it and to where it feels like it's true in your body as well. So you want it to be a full body yes. So I really hope that you have found this helpful for you today. If you have and you know someone else that might benefit from listening to this as well, I hope you'll share it with them. Hope you'll give the video a thumbs up, because that really does help me with the algorithm, helps me to share this type of thing with more people. And I wish you the best of luck with your affirmations. Would love to hear how it goes for you. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. I love helping people with creating their own affirmations. So don't hesitate to reach out to me, and just have a great and amazing week.